I'm Gemma, and this is a chat with Gemma. So do you ever feel that you are a failure? I never feel that way. Lying. It's funny because I found some notes amongst my stuff. And I think this was when I lost my job and I could not get another job for love or money. And so I was starting to sort of, go down in my mood, shall we say. So one of the things I wrote down, if only I didn't write so slowly, other people work harder and faster and finish their projects much sooner, because I write. And, you see other people who are vastly younger than I am, and they've written a bestseller, they've written their novel, and I haven't done any of those things. But that's because I've done lots of other things, not just write. Volunteer work is a last resort. I believe I deserve to get paid. That's just me. I feel heavily burdened, as if I have to make something out of nothing, and it is impossible, but I still have to do it anyway. So I was looking for, business ideas and what can I do? It is time to let go of the thought that I have to make something out of nothing. This is impossible. It makes no difference whether I have to or want to. I cannot make something out of nothing. And, I suppose some people can, but I'm just not that person. This is magic. I have to stop trying and I have to stop thinking that I have to. It would be nice if I could, but I would be better to accept that I can't. I have to accept my life as it is, rotten though it may be. My writing gets rejected a great deal in capital letters. It is obviously not considered good enough. I tend to feel I'm not good enough sometimes. Now, I know that's one of those things that people do struggle with. I wasn't really aware that I did because I am sort of good at certain things. I'm good at music and certain things. And, I'm at this point in my life, I was starting to feel that way because you see other people get jobs and you just think, oh, they're just an ordinary person and they just lobbed up and got a job. And they're only 20 and they don't know anything. But of course there's ageism at work in the job market, certainly in Melbourne anyway. I feel others consider me not good enough at my employment, at my job, not good enough at writing. I consider myself not good at going to bed on time. I fail every single night of my life on that. And at getting my housework done. That's never happened. I have limited energy. I have limited psychological energy. I am of no use to the world. No, I am of use to the world, but the world does not think so. So I've got all these talents and abilities, but the world doesn't see me that way. I hate having no power to get a job. I hate leading a pointless life. I'm somebody who likes to be busy and likes to be purposeful. Go. Very task-oriented. I hate being so alone and so unloved. However, it's nice to sleep in the mornings, looking on the bright side. What is it about me? Am I arrogant? Selfish? Don't have sufficient faith in God to get my prayers answered? I'm not lovable? It's pretty sad to be unlovable or insufficiently lovable. God, where is God in all this? He's not helping me, that's for sure. That's often how I felt. He's not healing me, he's not answering my prayers, he's not prospering me, He made my money last longer than I thought, however. So then I come up with a whole lot of different ideas for how I could perhaps make some sort of job. So this is ways in which I think I might have got this from some sort of workbook of some kind. So ways in which my life is not working. So I don't have children, don't have a spouse. My siblings and nieces and nephews never visit. So, I helped raise some of my nieces and nephews and took a great interest in them and loved them a lot and all of that, and spent a lot of time with them when they were children. But they've never so much as given me a phone call or called in ever. Ever, ever, ever. I don't have a job. So that's one way my life is not working. My writing is making absolutely no money even after all this time, because I'd been writing since I was about 15. My house is not finished, so at that time I hadn't finished, even though I'd been here for a long time, I hadn't finished, side fencing and things like that. I have no husband. I have very few close friends, probably have even less now. I think that's something that happens to old people. I am unable to go on holidays because I get like panic attacks. I'm unable to go overseas. I live alone. I don't have enough money. I don't sell many of my paintings because I do art. So ways in which my life is working. I have reasonable relationships with my siblings. Now, of late, that's gone well downhill. I have good superannuation. I have a cousin as a friend. I have a car. I go on drives. However, they're always by myself usually. My health is reasonably good. I have sold some paintings. So, my emotions about my life. I feel like my life is over, but I might live on till 92 or so like Grandad. 30 more years, at the time I was writing this, must have been 62 years of age, of a nothing life. My work life is over, but not my life. I have to face never being able to get a job again, maybe. I have to face never again having money. Have to face never again having a holiday. Have to face being frugal. Never being married, having children or grandchildren, and having almost no friends. I have to face that not even my relatives want to visit me or be with me. I feel sad. I feel extremely angry and frustrated that I just cannot get a job when others do. I feel like I should be able to, but I just don't ever get the jobs I go for. And I was going like for hundreds of jobs. I feel that I am useless to the world because I'm unable to contribute in any way because the world sort of won't let me. I feel tired and energyless. My back and arthritic fingers make certain jobs difficult. That's still the case, only worse, in the garden and things like that. Life seems pointless. I feel powerless. I feel very concerned that I may live for a long time when all I have left is to wait for death. I hate my life now. All hope is gone. I have no joy and I have no hope of joy. I feel like my life, which is not that fabulous, is going to get much worse. This is very off-putting. I have nothing good whatsoever to look forward to. So you might say, you've just done a pity rant, Gemma, feeling sorry for yourself. There are people far worse. But how you feel is how you feel. So, if a person, not necessarily me, is going through these sorts of feelings and thoughts, then they're well entitled to them. And, you can be in a situation where you've got enough to eat and clothes to wear and you're not being shot at or, in a horrible place where there are horrible people. But you can still be quite unhappy with certain things about your life. And, that's okay. It's to be expected. Life on this planet is just not going to be perfect. And so I don't know whether you can relate to any of that or not, but we can very quickly slip into these sorts of feelings and thoughts. I don't feel like that most of the time these days, and I don't feel like that at the moment. I feel very frustrated with certain situations that are on a different vein, but I don't feel like those things now. So I think if you feel those sorts of things, or there's something there that, even triggered a memory of how you have felt in the past, you're not alone, you're not the only one. And go ahead and have a pity party if you want to. I think it's good to do it, and I think that it's better than holding it in. I think that getting it out is good, and you might want to write it all down and then look at it, say 8 years later. All right, hope things are well with you. Hope you're well. I hope that you're not lonely and that your, emotions are pretty good at the moment. All right, bye for now.